Oh, we're shooting. Sorry, I was a little mesmerized by how beautiful it is up here on 89th Street. Right here, we're at Gracie Gardens, right in between York and East End. What I love about it up here is that right at the corner of East End and 89th, there's stairs that go directly to the path to Gracie Mansion. If you don't know what Gracie Mansion is, look it up. Now, back to Gracie Gardens. This building consists of 4 towers that are all connected in the middle with a beautiful garden. Now, why is that important? Because you have your oasis. I hate the word oasis because it sounds kind of corny, but really that's what it is. It's an oasis in the middle of New York City. We're gonna go see 6H. Why? Same reason we're on this channel. We're here to see a renovation project. 6H is a penthouse unit that needs a gut reno, and we're gonna take the price from this, and we're gonna show you what the renovation costs are, and then what the final price is gonna be. Let's go. All right, so Eric's been inside assessing everything. We're about to walk into 6H. He's gonna tell us from soup to nuts what renovations we're gonna need. Eric!
How you doing, bro?
And we're back.
Good seeing you again.
So you've had a little bit of time to kind of go around the whole apartment. We're looking at about what, 850 square feet?
About eight, yeah.
What renovations do we need and what are the costs?
So my general overview is, right now you got a really clean space. The walls are in very good shape. The floors look like they're also in very good shape. There's some cosmetics that I think we should change for sure, just to make it modern, give it a little bit more of a younger look, which would be the base molding and the crown. I would price that at around $4,000 or $5,000 to get that to be crisp and clean.
And that's $4,000 or $5,000 for both base and crown?
Yes. What we have up here, I'm just going to cover that up. I'm not taking that off. I'm just going to put a new piece right over that. Save you a lot of money. With the base, we're going to take it off the wall and put on a nice clean square stock after we sand and stain the floors. Sanding and staining the floors will probably run you about $5,000 to $6,000. These are in very good shape. Get it some new color into the space.
And what do we think about the windows and the radiators?
Depending on the style that we want to keep here, we can put some kind of perforated metal over those radiators if we wanted to modernize it, get rid of the fronts. Generally speaking, that would probably run you around $1,000 to $2,000.
Each or per?
Per. Or you could keep them just the way they are and just paint them, or maybe even strip them back to the original metal. Could look nice. That would probably cost you about $600 to strip them.
Let's check out the dining room. What do we got going on in here?
Well, your doors are sort of antique. They've been painted over many, many times. It's very difficult to clean and clear that. So rather than putting in the money to do that, I would suggest putting new doors on and new door hardware. You're looking at about $800 for each door.
Now, would you leave it as 2 separate doors, or would you open this up and make it one big sliding door?
Looks a little clunky with the 2 doors. You might even want to keep this open and create kind of like a nook or something that is a little bit more open that you don't have to close off. Maybe
and what would that cost?
I'd say looking at this, probably about $1,000 to $2,000. You could get rid of the shelving, maybe sheetrock the inside there, square it off.
And then with this one?
A general closet system for something like this probably run you about $500. Taking these walls down is really, it's difficult. It's concrete. This is the original, it's not a framing and sheetrock job that comes apart easily, so.
Got it. Now see, we have this archway up here. Would you recommend keeping the archway or kind of blasting this open to make it more of a flowy, airy space?
The arches are charming if that's the style that you're going for. If you wanted to blast that open and create more room in here, we're looking about taking out some pretty serious gypsum block. I would suggest a number to demo this and clean it up would be around $6,000 to demolish and remove the debris and dispose of it.
Do you think the cost that it takes to take this down and reform it is the juice worth the squeeze?
In an apartment like this, I would say yes, because today's day and age, I think more rooms is not better. I think a bigger open floor plan would probably be a better sell. That's what I see out there.
Awesome. And same thing with the floors there as the floors in here?
Yeah, the floors, they're in good shape. If you wanted to replace the floor, you're looking at around $15,000 to $20,000. That'll give you a brand new, beautiful looking floor. This floor here,
But do we have to do that, or you think maybe?
no, I think you could sand and stain them for sure.
Got it.
Yeah.
What would that cost for here, the dining, the living, into the bedroom?
In a lot of cases, the bedroom could get carpeted if you wanted to save a little bit of money. But if you want to do the whole 800 square feet, we're looking at around $5 a square foot.
So what's
So
that?
that's about $4,000.
About $4,000 to
Sand, stain, and polyurethane. The floors will look brand new at that point.
All right. Not a very masterful closet. What can we do here?
Well, you know, a closet system can range you very big scale. I think for a closet system like this, you do something really nice for about $4,000. If you wanted to go with, you know, something more economical, about $1,500 could get you something decent. I would definitely replace the doors. That would make a big difference also. We use California closets a lot.
Yep.
They have a very nice diversity of different lines. And we've also done polyform.
What else in the bedroom do you think we could touch?
I mean, I would definitely go with the same crown and base. If I was going to do the living room, I would match it. I think that would be a nice touch.
And what would the cost be in here?
I would say probably around $2,000 to $3,000 if we're doing both sides.
Fantastic.
I would replace the door for sure.
Replace the door. So what's this? Another
It's
800.
about another $800 for the door. Yeah, door and door hardware.
I see the AC unit's kind of old. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
This AC unit looks like it's probably from I don't know, 1994. 94, fair to say. What's the alternative, assuming that we can't do a split unit?
I mean, replacing as is about $500 to $600 for
Great.
a decent AC.
And let's say we were to do a split unit. What do you think that would cost?
For an apartment like this, as long as we have access to the roof where we can put our condensing unit, probably I would say you need about a 2-ton system at the most. And generally speaking, we go for about $7,500 a ton. So you're looking at about $15,000 for a split system that'll give you heating and air conditioning.
Okay, and that's if the co-op would allow it.
That's if the co-op will allow it, and you have roof access where you can put your condenser.
Right, being in the penthouse, we might have access.
It's a very
to
good
that.
sign. Yeah, it's a very good sign.
Usually the top floor, there's a bit more leniency because you're not really hindering anybody else's view with all the systems and the pipes.
Scaffolding or things that it takes to run the conduit lines.
Exactly. So a split unit is relatively realistic.
Very strong possibility.
Let's check out the bathroom now. What are we doing in here?
Well, I think the layout is a little bit off. It's kind of like very 1950 right now. I would convert the tub into a shower, and I would bring the shower over here to the corner, put a nice shower glass dividing.
So a vanity where I'm standing.
I'd put, yeah, double vanity for husband and wife. Nice toilet right here. Glass entrance into the shower. Give the lady a bench here so she could shave and have a nice, you could even put a rain shower in, and it would be really modern and nice.
Awesome. At a total cost of?
I would give it about $40,000 to $50,000.
40 to 50,000 to get it pristine.
Really high end.
Like you want to walk in here and think this is condo-esque.
Really high end, yes.
Awesome. And do you see value in having the shower over there with the window over there?
I think it's a game changer. Having the daylight in the shower like that, waking up in the morning, and just having more space in the shower is, to me, is definitely what I would like to have in my place.
Yeah, I remember growing up in Little Neck, I had a window in our shower, and in the morning, I remember when it was like 20, 30 degrees out, taking a shower in the morning and being able to open the window, and like just that coldness coming into the shower while I was taking this steaming hot shower, forget about it. It's a great way to start the morning.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, let's check out the kitchen. Let's start with the frame. What are we doing here?
So you got a typical galley kitchen, pretty common in the smaller apartments. If you had your way, you want to cut this open as far back as you can. Most buildings might give you a hard time about moving the phone, but hopefully they'll let you slide it over a couple of inches. This is also a gypsum block wall. Once you take it out, we're looking at around $1,500, I would say, to remove and dispose of this and square it off. Coming into the kitchen, you got a lot of room here for a small apartment. I would say if you wanted to give this a good budget, you're looking at around $40,000 to $50,000 for a really nice kitchen, countertops, and appliances.
And what if we want to add a washer dryer? How much cost does that add? Do you need to add additional plumbing for adding the washer dryer, or is the plumbing already there if we wanted to have, let's say, either maybe not a stackable unit, but a dual unit?
For the dual units, they're usually electrical, so we just have to make sure you have the right electricity for the apartment to be able to do that. Most buildings will require you to have an aluminum pan to catch water and an electric sensor just to shut it off in case of a flood. But for a kitchen like this, we build it right into the cabinetry, and you wouldn't even know it was there until you open the door.
Amazing. And now looking at this vintage stove, come take a look at this.
It's an antique.
Yeah. Do you think there's any way to restore this? I feel like every home that we go into has some piece of history, whether it's the shower on West 10th Street or the oven, the stove from 1968 right here. The Royal Rose. Royal Rose actually went out of business in 1994, and that was on their 40th anniversary, which was a milestone for any stove that wasn't GE at the time. When all is said and done, how long do you think this renovation would take?
Doing the kitchen and the bathroom is usually about a 4 to 8 week process, depending on how much we have in the plans. But I would give it at least 4 to 8 weeks for that process, and then you want to have a nice paint job and the floor sanded. So I would say within 12 weeks you'd be in here living.
And would you guys be able to take on this job?
Yeah, we do them all the time.
We do them all the time. So let me first show you. There's the price of what everything's going to cost. Here's the price of what everything is all in. And now here's the price of what the market value is going to be after all is said and done. Investing in New York City, doing renovation projects. That's what we're doing here. See you guys next time.